You wanted high quality, you'll get high quality. Welcome back to the game one final time, Piksy? How do I say your name? I genuinely don't even know. Hello everyone, while I was on break, one of the predators I had previously exposed decided to pop their heads back up and make a video about me. So I shall return the favor one final time. By the way, don't bother visiting Lord Piksy's channel or even feeding into their comment section. The whole reason they're posting this video in the first place is simply for attention. It's a desperate call for attention. The evidence in the original video speaks for itself if you pay attention, and 4 months later, Piksy has realized that the video is almost at 90,000 views, and noticed that their career is over no matter where they went and what they choose to do. Now before we get to the rest of this video, let me give you a quick recap. Lord Piksy was exposed for their disgusting actions of predatory behavior. Two of their members who possessed the Royal Guard moderator role in Piksy's Discord server had come to me and given me information about Piksy themselves, demonstrating predator-like actions towards members who were under the legal age of consent. Now, Piksy still owns this Discord server with 27,000 individuals. In this previous video, I expressed great disgust at the things said and done in the scenes and also behind the scenes of this Discord server, which is most certainly a cesspool. What shocked me about my video the most was how little impact it had in terms of changing the hearts and the minds of the monstrous individuals who see nothing wrong with sexualizing children. Let me be clear, if you openly support a predator and you are aware of their actions, or in this case are aware of Piksy's actions, you are a part of the problem. If you sit there and do nothing, you are the problem. You are just as monstrous and responsible for what happens to the children now and the children then. This is a call to the people in Piksy's Femboy hangout. Stop supporting a predator who takes advantage of you specifically for your funds. They will admit to doing such things time and time again in front of you as well. He doesn't care about you or your company or anyone in his server. They just want to prey upon their younger audience and get rich for sitting on their pee-stained booty all day.
Oh my god, is that $5? I can get like a meal with that.
Now, Piksy's main argument against me the entire time has been that I've been making these videos for making a quick buck, which is actually not true. What I do for my job here is I make content focused on awareness and bringing a voice to those that are voiceless. I like to get the story out there for those that have been affected by predatory behavior because I have had an experience similar myself. This means the funds that I could make on my videos are not nearly as much as other content creators of my size, simply because I am focused on bringing awareness and not so much on making a quick buck, as you would say, Piksy. Also, this is my job, my only source of revenue. You don't see me begging my Discord server members for thousands of dollars, blowing it on explicit toys and banning them if they don't donate. Considering how disgusting you are regarding monetary value, I don't think you have any wiggle room to speak. You would take $1 over someone else's life. And also, let me just quickly show you how many of my videos are age restricted, strictly for the fact of keeping people safe. In this video I made, we see several instances of Piksy preying upon underage individuals, some of which were 4 years younger, some of which were 5 years younger, and remember that Piksy was above the age of consent at both of these instances. Finally, a more recent example occurred with another victim in 2023, where Piksy asked them out, and they were half of 30. Piksy was 23 years old. These are 3 instances out of what I imagine to be literally hundreds of other lives Piksy has ruined and will continue ruining because we have not adequately dealt with this predatory empire that they have built. We made Piksy delete their socials and every instance of my video on this server because we exposed the truth about their disgusting character. Let's do it once more, but this time we do it together, and we put an end to the reign of preying upon innocent children. Lord Piksy, or Piksy as they're called now, was a semi-popular femboy content creator. I say semi mostly because they were never really popular to begin with. It's mostly just their content of blatant over-sexualization of femboy content aimed at demographics. Majorly degenerates, I'd say. This includes children who don't know any better. And how do we know this? Well, if you look at their most recent video about me, you can see a comment from a subscriber stating their age in Piksy's video. Comment section. This individual leaving this comment is quite literally 20-7, watching this over-sexualized femboy slop content that shouldn't even be allowed on YouTube in the first place. Some of these images are literally just Rule 34 images with text slapped onto them. It's disgusting, and just one small critique with Piksy out of thousands that I have. Piksy, I am aware of how your mind works. You are a sociopath. You think that preying upon good people's generosity makes you above them, when in truth, without those people who give to you, you would have nothing and be nothing. You do not have any disabilities, and I call your bluff. It is all an act to get money from your audience, and pity. Just as you had to run that scam on them previously on Twitch under the name of SpookRL. I also know you're white, so stop playing the race card for clout. You continuously lie, and I continue to catch you at every corner simply because, well, you're just not that smart. Out of all the real predators I've exposed, you are my most disliked and most sociopathic and psychopathic, simply because you think you're above the law and repercussions. Remember that you are merely a human with a fragile ego. I will now react to your video and give my honest thoughts and break it down so your tiny predator brain can understand. Alright, today we're reacting to Piksy or Pescos, I don't really remember his name. We're reacting to his video called YouTuber Makes Thousands by Harassing Fake Predators. Now, I'm going to call you out on the title here already. Number one, I do not make thousands, probably hundreds, not thousands though, not thousands, that's for sure. Harassing fake predators. None of the predators that I cover are fake, and they are all backed by evidence with Google Drives, Google Docs, thousands of videos, and you're insane. So let's get into this video.
Hello guys, I didn't want to make this video because I don't like drama, but...
Okay, so I'm going to stop you the first 5 seconds of the video. This whole entire situation isn't drama. You touch children. You are a monstrous individual. It's just genuinely that simple. I'm sorry that I have to spell it out for you. I thought you were an adult. Very clearly you aren't. I mean, that kind of makes sense considering your target audience is children. So I'm going to be honest with you, Piksy. This isn't drama. This is just straight up you being a predator. And you're lashing out at me for what exactly?
But I'm gonna have to talk about this dude. So there's this person called Sileskios, and his entire channel is basically making money off of calling people predators and groomers and stuff.
I don't make money off of calling people predators and groomers. I make funds off of calling out monstrous individuals that take advantage of children. I do this because it's the right thing to do, not because it's getting me a quick buck. I don't do it for monetary gain, unlike you, where you beg in your Discord server for funds and money and all that sort of stuff. I don't know what you're talking about, and this is an insane level of reaching.
And he doesn't really do a lot of digging. He will literally like randomly go in someone's game or like try to confront them or try to get stuff on them. So
I don't have to go into someone's game to get evidence on them. Most of the time the evidence is given to me by the victims themselves, and I also do a lot of the digging myself as well. I have to figure out that person's Discord, I have to figure out the information, make it all line up, make sure I'm not throwing dirt on an innocent person's name. I have to go through an entire process of work, and for you to just throw that out the window is completely insane to me. Clearly, you didn't do any research doing any research into me doing my research. Freaking paradoxical moron over here.
to make them look bad. And like this whole channel is monetized or whatever you want to call it. Like he makes money off of this. These are like 30-minute videos.
Yes, again, I do make money off of my videos. Now, why is that an important thing to be talked about here? Well, Piksy thinks because I make funds off of these videos that it completely, just completely devalues the idea of speaking up for the victims. He thinks because I'm making a quick buck off of this, that the voices of the victims aren't truly being spoken. I mean, that's his opinion, and he's more than welcome to think that. But again, as I've said from the very beginning of my channel, even before I was monetized, it's about getting the voices of the voiceless out there. I want to be that voice for the people that need to be heard. Again, as I've told you before, I've been in a situation previously like this before where I was a victim myself, so I know what it's like to feel like there's nowhere else to turn. And now that I have this platform to speak out for other people that need help, I want to help those people. I don't care if it's for revenue or not. And obviously this is my job. I do this because I enjoy helping people. It's that simple. If you have a problem with that, I suggest you hit the door before the door hits you, weirdo.
And what he does, he talks about a creator, and he even did it to me. Like, in this video, for example, like, you can't even tell if it's me or not, because he doesn't show profile.
We can tell it's you. Your name, Piksy, is right there. What are you talking about? Your profile picture is right there. You literally, like, this is a screenshot of you in your Discord server. Maybe not even in your Discord server. This is a screenshot of you flirting with a child. You're disgusting, Piksy.
Offered for anything you think. But he basically will say like that I'm this random white guy, like random content creator without any proof, by the way. He doesn't.
Okay, so you just skipped over the part that proves exactly who you are.
Like that I'm this random white.
This part right here, Spook RL. So you ask, later on you ask how I know, and your community asks how I know that this person, Spook RL, is you. This is a screenshot of your previous Steam page before you had gone out of your way to change it. Obviously, it looks very different now. Piksy. Your name is Piksy. Like, I don't know how much more I can spell it out for you. This is a profile of a girl looking like Pikachu. And look down here. You see this, all these circled bits that I circled to put emphasis on the part of the name. Spook RL is under the previous usernames of Piksy. Pika RL is another former username of Spook of... Pika RL is a former username of Piksy himself, right? So Pika RL is Piksy. And if you look up Pika RL, there is still some stuff that I have about Piksy that leads back to Pika RL. We know for a fact that you are Spook RL because it's in your Steam previous names. Don't act stupid. Stop trying to act like you're some invincible god, because you're not, dude. And we're tired of it.
White guy, like random content creator without any proof, by the way.
Oh, right. So he mentions how I'm talking about him not being some sort of random white guy, and he claims that he's black, right? So how do we know he's not black? Well, he sent a photo of himself to prove that he wasn't black. He's white. Whiter than me, actually, which is crazy to think about. So, again, just another thing that you've lied about. Who knows what you'll continue to lie about in this video, but let's keep it going.
Why? He doesn't back it up why he thinks that. That's, I think, the weirdest part. Like,
I have seen your face before, and there's a screenshot on another exposed video with your face on it. You are a white male, and you act like a child, and you do things with children. You are disgusting, and you should have been in jail a long time ago.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know what the hell this video is, because you can see, like, he just...
I'll tell you what this video is. It's an exposure video exposing the terrible things that you've done to children, both in and off of your Discord. And if I have to spell it out for you, it's no wonder that we've gotten to this point, because clearly you are just so unintelligent that you just can't understand such a simple concept.
Just talks sometimes for a minute straight about, like, random stuff. Like, this...
Nothing in this video is random. Every single thing in this video is basically vocal proof of me talking about the horrible things that you've done in the past. And whether or not you want to admit to them, these things will haunt you. They are attached to every single name change that you make. You will not be going anywhere without being known as a predator. You will not be free, and I will make sure of it.
This is what I don't get. He thinks like he knows me, even though he's never even talked to me.
You're right. I have never once spoken to you, Piksy, but I'll be honest with you right now. I don't need to speak to you to know that you've done horrible things. I've seen a document with 70 pages. I've seen a Twitter page. I've seen an Instagram page. I've seen everything in the book about you. Every single month, I get a report of you doing something with a child, and it just continuously goes on and on and on and on, and it never stops. 57 seconds into this video, and I brought up every single counterpoint to your 3-minute video in response to my 20-minute video. You invalidated everything I said, and you went on a tangent. You can't even make a solid talking point. I don't understand why you suddenly had the gall to stand up and make this trash content trying to criticize me for criticizing you for being a predator. Mine is legitimate. Yours is garbage.
Like this, he made this whole video, he deletes comments, like, it's so parasocial.
You want to talk about parasocial. You're the one that made a video about me. Specifically about me making a video about you when I have not spoken about you for 4 months, while I still got reports of you pretty much every single day. The only reason why I didn't make a follow-up video on you was because I know you feed into negative attention. You want that attention because your ego is so small. Genuinely, Piksy, I've always been disappointed in you. You've been one of my least favorite predators, to be honest with you. I don't like any of them, but you are my least favorite. And by the way, you are a gooner. I'm just going to point that out. Your entire channel's content is gooner bait content. Hold on, can I hear this again? What is he complaining about?
Like this, he made this whole video, he deletes comments.
Right, deleting comments. So, in terms of deleting comments, I have not once deleted a single comment or a single comment on this content creator Femboy video talking about you, Piksy. But if we look at your video, you did in fact delete every single one of my community members' comments, and even went out of your way to delete even my own wife's comments. So I know that this is just deflection and reflection because you've been doing it yourself. So I'm very disappointed in you, bro.
Like,
Try
it's
again.
super parasocial. And he calls me a gooner, like, I make corn online. That's how I make my money and stuff. Like, for example, he also says that I'm not, like, handicapped and stuff, and, like, he always talks about that.
Look, the only reason why I said I don't believe you're handicapped was because you had previously run a bunch of scams. No matter what you look at, I think that if you're going to claim to be handicapped and then you have a record of scamming people, I think it's going to be pretty hard to sell to folks that you're handicapped. It doesn't really make sense that you're going out of your way to suddenly say, oh, hey, I'm handicapped. Let me go ahead and just, you know, completely brush off the fact that I used to scam my audience. It's fine, really.
Oh, it can get worse. Like, you called me white even though I'm black. You're black.
Again, you're not black, you're white. So I don't know what you're talking about, dude. Get a reality check. Go straight to prison.
Is you fucking whitewashing me? I think that's like the tip of the iceberg. You then call me that I'm not handicapped? Based on what?
Again, I didn't say you weren't handicapped. I'm saying it's hard to believe that you are handicapped, given the fact that you used to scam your audience. It's that simple. Moving on.
Nothing? Your own opinion? Even though you've never talked about me? And then you spam promote your own stuff in my own server. Like,
I spam promote my own stuff in your server? I do not care about you one bit, Piksy. I don't even know what you're talking about. The video has 80,000 views naturally, because people have spread it around, discussing the horrible things that you have done, and will do up to this point. You will continue to be a monster just because you get off to it. You get off to harassing children. You get off to harassing anyone that doesn't pay you a single ounce of their paychecks, because you think you are so entitled that these people owe you money simply just for existing. Honestly, I really do genuinely doubt that you are handicapped, specifically because of all of these lies and stuff that you continue to say. This web that you've woven, it just keeps going and getting larger and larger. And I am genuinely disappointed in you. I have been since day one, and it gets worse. I feel like a father of a parent that will never ever change. Father of a parent? Father of a child that will never change. You get what I'm saying. It's just disappointing. You're disgusting.
Like, this dude, the only reason this has any views is because he spams it everywhere. He brings this up in random communities. He brings this up to random...
So, he's saying that I go out of my way while making all of these other Predator videos to spread this video. And again, I'm going to go ahead and stop you there, Piksy, because that's not what's happening. I made this video, that's true. And people spread it because guess what? They want to hear the truth about you and your character. I haven't done anything other than make the video and post it. Other than that, it's been everybody else to spread this video like wildfire. And I hope by the time that I release this next video that this video is at like 90k, just to add salt to your wound. Disgusting fanboy wannabe.
Months to get me like banned or like my friends banned. He spams it to my friends. He spams it to my supporters.
I have never once spammed this video to your supporters or to your friends. This video just spread it because guess what? The truth spreads. People want to hear the truth about an individual who has wronged other individuals and will continue to do so.
He gets so much hate on other socials, way more than I do. I have a better reputation than this dude does.
I get so much hate on socials. Okay, that's interesting. I mean, maybe from predators, I guess. I've never had an instance of hate come from anyone on a social media other than from predators or predator supporters themselves. So I don't really know what you're talking about, considering every single day you get comments of you asking, hey, are you still a predator? Hey, are you like Diddy still? Hey, are you a creeper? Hey, do you still like cupcakes? And obviously that answer is all yes. You still do like children. You still do like cupcakes. You are still an awful human being at the end of the day. So I don't really understand where you're coming from, this, oh, I have a better reputation than Sileskios. Yeah, look at me. Meanwhile, you're getting accused of being Diddy 2.0 every single day. What are you talking about, dude? You do not have a better reputation than me, and you never will at this point. Because guess what? I destroyed that reputation that you had with the help of the victims, and you're a monster, and you got what you deserved. That's it.
Because all he does is call people bad and then make money off of it. Like, I even made a fucking comment about
Oh,
this.
also, can I say, look at this. Yeah, also, I'm and straight. Like, what the frick is this, dude? Even this is weird in your frickin', what is it? I don't even know what section this is because it's in a different language, but really, dude? Really? Even this is weird and sus, dude.
Call people bad and then make money off of it. Like, I even made a fucking...
I've been pausing this video a lot, and I apologize about that. I'm just frustrated. I'm going to take this video apart one by one, and just hopefully you guys bear with me. But I do call people bad. I call them out for being disgusting human beings. If you do something with a child, you deserve to be called out. It's that simple. Again, I don't do this for monetary gain. Stop bringing it up. Stop repeating yourself like a broken record. Come up with more original points, because, again, it just doesn't matter. At the end of the day, I don't care about the monetary stuff. I genuinely do not care. Just move on, dude.
Can comment about it. Like, I try to bait him into like stuff to kind of be like passive aggressive. Like, you should cry about it, and then I'm like never have been in a server. And then he goes like, yeah, I know you're in my server because my staff members are banned. They're banned because they harass my community. That's why.
None of my staff members have harassed you or your server members. I think you're just genuinely, you are everything that you said I am in this video. You're a parasocial maniac who thinks that I have infiltrated your server and attempted to spread this video around because it destroys your reputation. The person that destroyed your reputation was none other than you, Piksy, yourself. Unfortunately, that is the harsh, cold truth of the reality. The video only spreaded because of everyone else who took initiative to spread the video, to spread the truth. Everything else is your responsibility. I am not in your server. I never once have any of my staff members been in your server, and I don't know what you're talking about. Genuinely, I think you're crazy. Like, there's just no way around it.
Why? I don't even know who they are. I've never even talked to you. I don't even know who you are. You don't know me at all. Yeah, and I said, because he said like, oh, not a big show, I can't really out to someone who has banned me. Like, I have never banned you. You just harass people.
I have never banned you. I'm going to be honest with you guys. If I tried to join Piksy's Discord server on any alt account, he actually went out of his way to have me and I'm pretty sure my staff members also IP banned. So what he does is he has people in my Discord server. While he may not have joined directly himself, he had people join on a bunch of their alts to come into my server and spy on me and attempt to gather information. Obviously, it didn't work because he's here making a video just insulting me, basically, at this point.
Like, I have never banned you. You just harass people and then complain about it. Like, I made a whole talk about this. Like, I even talked about this on my server. And I know he's, like, deleted a lot of the comments. And it's just a bunch of negative people. Like, he basically...
All of these people are negative because they're seeing what exactly you are capable of. You are capable of the most monstrous things with children. I do not pay any of these people to say anything. I don't program these people to think. They just see the hardcore truth of the things you've done, and that's enough to sell these people that you are an awful human being. It was enough to sell me that you are an awful human being who does things with children. How many times do I have to say this? Piksy, whatever your freaking name is, no one cares about, like, I'm going to be honest with you, dude. No one cares about you because you have decided to throw away your life and do things with children. The moment you had done so, your career was over. Your life was over. You deserve to be in prison. You are one of the worst predators, instances of predatory behavior that I've seen. You sent photos to a child. You take advantage of a child almost every single month, every single week almost, I'd say. And it just gets worse and worse. When are you going to stop? When are you going to grow up? Unironically, and you're still an adult. That's the worst part about this situation.
He brought up the most toxic people. This is a color post to Sileskios. If you really want your reputation to not sink any lower, stop talking bad about people. Actually try to get some evidence before you talk shit about anybody.
Alright, so this is a call out to Lord Piskes, or whatever his name is. Picky Silly at this point, I'm pretty sure. Hey, Piksy Silly, whatever your name is, dude, just do better. You're still a predator, and you're not gaining anything by trying to call me out here. In fact, you're making your situation worse. I know that this is a desperate attempt for my attention because your channel is, well, let's be honest with you, it only pulls about 800 views, which isn't great. So, and that's again with Gooner bait content. Everything that revolves around you is Gooner bait content. So I'm just, you know, your career's hit rock bottom and it will continue to sink lower and lower. And I think that's why you're finally reaching out 4 months later, is you've realized this video about you has 80,000 views and you've realized that you have no going back point. There is no point of return for you. This is a wrap for you, Piscus, whatever you want to be called. I'm going to be honest with you, dude. Your career's done. It's gone. And I'm going to make sure of it, to be honest with you, with this video. I'm going to give even more evidence, and I'm going to keep making sure that you sink to the rock bottom. It was your decision to respond, and your decision to make this video, and your decision to do things with children. And that's why I made that video about you.
And get a new hobby, because your entire brand is just talking crap about people. You try to tell yourself you're Chris Hansen of YouTube, but you're not any better. You're not any better because you make money off of this.
Alright, so I'll be honest with you. I'm nothing like Chris Hansen. Chris Hansen, I think, I'd put that man on a pedestal, to be honest with you, because he does so much good for the world, and he really genuinely does get the results. He does get those people arrested. He does get them to face consequences. And I wish I had half of the power, half of the authority that Chris Hansen had, because I'd put you in jail with all of those other creepers that Chris Hansen exposes. You're right. I am nothing like Chris Hansen, and I never will be. I can't live up to that legacy, but I can live up to a different legacy behind Sileskios, where I still get the predators and get them in jail for doing things with children who deserve the world. They are innocent children, youth, that deserve to enjoy their lives without having been permanently scarred by some disgusting adult who doesn't even understand repercussions themselves. Like, it's just genuinely frustrating to have to sit here and explain this over and over again. That simple one-word phrase of, oh, hey, you're a predator, that's it. There should be no more after this. You should understand that you're a monster. Moving on.
You only do this for money. You basically...
And there it is again. After just a second, I'd say, after I'd just unpaused, or paused again, again, there's the excuse of like, oh, you do this for money. It's like, dude, I've gone over this several different times now, even before this, right? Every single predator I've ever confronted claims that I do this for funds after I expose them and call them out for it. And you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. Yeah, I do this to support myself. But you know what I do above myself? I hold the victims higher than myself. And I will always do so because it is morally correct, and it is, in my opinion, way more important than making a quick buck. I'm going to say I probably make about $200 per video. So with every video that's uploaded, $200 is not enough to live off of. Now, if I save up, maybe eventually, yeah, sure, I'll have some money. When it comes down to doing things for financial stuff, I don't care about financial stuff again. I only want to help people. I want to expose these predators and assist these victims, even those that go against me. Like take one of the more recent videos, for example. Spirit was a victim of Chip, and I wanted to still give him the world because he is a victim, no matter if he chooses to see it or not. I fight for these people that don't realize that they are victims, and I will continue to do so, with or without monetary gain. I even did so on Shomaru when I had no revenue, when I was banned on Sileskio. If you remember, Shomaru VT was an account I made. I still uploaded these predator videos to expose these awful people while I wasn't monetized. I will continue to live by that code that I don't need monetization to help expose these awful predators and to help these victims.
Cater to a bunch of people that don't have much to do in their life, that like spreading toxicity, and you make money off of it. Don't you have any shame? Do your parents know what you do?
My parents do know what I do, and in fact, they're extremely proud of me for exposing awful human beings. They look forward to my every single post, and even my parents watch my own content. They approve of everything I'm doing because I'm doing it for the greater good. Unlike you, who sits on his butt all day, on a chair that was gifted to him on Christmas, by the way, by a viewer, which I gotta say, hey buddy, you probably should pay for your own things, just saying. You don't need to sit on your butt all day, like we both know you do. Also, your video is extremely low quality, talking about how my video is low quality, which is kind of I'm very offended, actually, because your video was made in 3 minutes, and it wasn't really even a response video, it just glossed over mine, and it was trash. Your video is trash, dude. All of your content's trash. You're trash. I mean, it makes sense, so I don't know. But, yeah. By the way, I've turned your 3-minute video response here into like a 20-minute video on my end, so I'll have to cut this down. But you suck, Piksy.
Stop making money off of that, because you make enough money. Probably make hundreds if not thousands of bucks. off of this stuff. Get a new hobby. Stop harassing people, please. You're not doing yourself any favors.
Wants me to stop harassing people, and obviously he wants me to stop harassing the predators, it seems like, which isn't going to happen. I'm going to continue to absolutely destroy these internet virtual predators that take advantage of children, because it's the right thing to do. There needs to be somebody to hold these people accountable for their disgusting actions, and I get it. I'm not a vigilante. I'm not police officer. I'm not law enforcement. But what I am is somebody that cares, and that's more than anything you will ever be. All you will ever be is a degenerate person who takes advantage of children because you get off to it. You take advantage of your community members, you scam them, you treat them like trash, you ban them, you're racist, you're ableist, you are every single bad thing in the book. You are a true monster. And even this video goes to show just how great of a disappointment you are. Maybe you'll take a look at yourself when you ask me these questions. Have your parents seen what you have done? I don't think they have, because if they had, they would realize how much of a monster their son truly was, or daughter, if you're really taking estrogen as you said you were, or whatever you're taking, I'm not sure. So Piksy, after my reaction to your video, I want people to understand further that you're the kind of person to fake being a Ukrainian during the bombing, to take advantage of a real tragedy, to gain profit off of others' genuine suffering. You have no shame. I want people to understand you're the kind of person who won't unban someone unless they donate to you. You are a manipulative monster. Your choice, Piksy says. Well, Piksy, it's your choice to continue to flirt with children to this day. Your staff member is a child who's under the legal age of consent with the role of plaything and ASMR. In this long paragraph that Piksy says they'll eventually delete, you'll see on screen here, Piksy claims to have been assaulted in their early years of high school and blames it on, quote, issues and how they handle stress and social interactions. They admit to having started to say things along the lines of, I started being incredibly forceful with getting my will. Even if it were small things, I wouldn't take a no. They state that hormones and urges make them unpredictable. Well, Picky, that doesn't mean you can't be held accountable. They tell us that a few towns over they had gone to a park and saw a girl. Piksy claimed to know this girl. Piksy stalked this girl, and Piksy ripped the clothes off of this girl and forced themselves onto this girl. There is a word for this, Piksy. A disgusting word that describes monstrous people like you. You're worse than a predator. And also, you told us a story of you assaulting someone else and stalking them. You aren't the victim here, Piksy. The only screenshot is beyond vile because this character is literally in the first grade, and Piksy thinks they are funny while saying the most disgusting crap. I don't have legal liability. Yes, you do, Piksy. You are an adult. Your disability, whether you have it or not, it still does not justify or excuse anything you have done with these children. It has all been illegal, and it is not an excuse. Just get that through your head. You can make as many videos as you want to address this situation. You lost the war ages ago, both with yourself and everybody else, and it will happen time and time again. You will get exposed over and over and over again, and be remembered as the most disgusting femboy in VTuber history forever. So here's Piksy again, white as day, literally. Here's this next screenshot of Piksy stating that he's black. If you're still not entirely positive or convinced that SpookRL and PikaRL are Piksy, well, let me show you something huge. Photos on screen here are of Piksy's profiles that have changed throughout his career. As you can see here is a darker Pikachu, which we confirmed earlier as PikaRL, as well as Spook being seen in another profile picture, as in SpookRL from my previous video. Piksy, you are the biggest liar, the biggest fool, and nobody believes you when you say you aren't these people. You can't escape or outrun the past, nor can you escape or outrun the consequences of your own actions, you idiot. So another victim acknowledges the fact that SpookRL used to be known as PikaRL. It all just aligns perfectly, and I'm going to be honest with you, you're taking an L, Piksy. Another clip of PikaRL playing Rocket League.
Like, I think tokens are kinda a good way to measure how much importance you have to the stream. That's kinda how much it like is. Like how active you pretty much are, that's pretty much what matters. Like how much of an impact you make to the stream, that's what it pretty much was.
I'm gonna be honest with you, PikaRL, your voice sounds really familiar. I'm showing you this screenshot at the start of this video. This is Piksy being disgusting with a 8-year-old child at the time, and then Piksy stated that they wanted to see their bus stretch. I don't really want to go into any more detail. You guys probably get it. Piksy tells us that they want to see this child poop and that they're literally into crap and piss. Piksy, as they say. This is genuinely disgusting, and just another example of someone you've preyed upon. Also, sending IRL photos of explicit toys to someone who was previously discussed in my other video and confirmed to be a child, someone who is under the legal age of consent, and you went ahead and you sent these photos to them. You are disgusting. In this next screenshot, Piksy states that is the legal age, because in Germany, is indeed the legal age of consent, but this law does not apply online. The online universal law for age is 18. However, in Germany, for some reason, it's 16. Piksy, this doesn't justify anything, and you are a disgusting person. And this is the most incriminating screenshot that I've ever seen. Also, by the way, this literally happened a few days ago, so to all those saying Piksy still hasn't done anything recent, there was a couple of different things in this video that have been very fresh, hot off the press. So, there you go. Your guy is still a predator. In this chapter, we discuss those awful, monstrous individuals who live in denial after Piksy's proper exposure from predatory behavior. Pigeon, a well-known avid Piksy supporter, and while I haven't met Pigeon personally, I am aware that they would do anything Piksy has asked them or would ask them. They would most likely die on the Piksy Predator Hill, rather than admit that the victims were in the right. To the one person who's asking this stuff, if the stuff is true, do you take two people's words for a Pigeon and Piksy, or do you take the side of 80,000 of us who have seen the video, packed full of solid evidence that would be dismissible in a court manner? None of these screenshots are out of context, as Piksy claims, and this boils down to a singular word: denial. Pigeon, you spit on the genuine and real victims' emotions and feelings when you say these things. This isn't a who's right game, this is a you're in the wrong game, and you sided with the wrong. I doubt that these children were extremely inappropriate towards other members, as you say, because it just doesn't make sense. They're children. So stop lying through your teeth for Piksy, who would leave you behind in a heartbeat. You'll continue to deal with Piksy being a predator forever, because that's what they will forever be. It's not crap, it's not drama, it's exposure about a predator who touched children. You're aiding a criminal. So congratulations, Pigeon. I hope this opens your eyes, although I doubt it will, considering how stubborn you are when accepting the truth and responsibility yourself. Screenshot on screen here. We see Piksy, the nobody, talking about parasocial weirdos bringing up drama. Now, what exactly does this mean? Well, this is Piksy living in denial, basically calling the whole situation of Piksy being a predator as drama, and trying to accuse those who despise him for wronging them of being parasocial. Sorry, Piksy, that's not really what's happening here. Sharing fake screenshots and bringing drama makes you seem malicious. You want to know who's malicious here, Piksy? A liar, a manipulator, a predator, a scammer, a slanderer, an egotistical piece of garbage. These are all terms to describe you. None of these screenshots are fake, and you know it at your core, and that's why you've lashed out 4 months later. Your career is finished, and you know it. I've already disproven everything, and my community has supported me. You haven't disproven anything. You haven't done anything to do jack crap. All you do is discredit the victims' stories who have genuine emotions. The VTuber community does not accept you. I do not accept you. And I know your community doesn't accept you. Otherwise, you wouldn't have tried so hard to keep that video hidden on your server. I know it still haunts you daily, because you were exposed to the truth. None of these screenshots were faked or edited, and if they were, I'd be impressed considering they were all sent by literal teenagers and children, almost barely in their double digits. In this screenshot, you state that someone made a video on you with a couple of screenshots that provided no context. The screenshots are the context in my video, you moron. Also, you state, to what I even do. You acknowledge that you, Piksy, had done something. So yeah, it sounds like you're just going through some mental warfare. So I genuinely just don't understand. This next screenshot shows Piksy complaining about me again for exposing them with, quote, fake screenshots. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm so tired of hearing that from every disgusting degenerate online with their crack pissed stained chairs. Almost none of the screenshots were cropped, and there was proof of it being your account. You just glossed over it in your response. Stop lying, little dude. Now this following screenshots open with Piksy talking about proving the video and gotten screenshots wrong, but he hasn't, and he never will. He'll continue to tell everyone that he has, but we'll continue to call your bluff on that one, Piksy. Piksy repeats themselves every single time when mention of the video or screenshot evidence pops up. It's always, fake, out of context, random. I swear, it's all fake. Take my word for it. Please, bro, please. As I said before, it's just exhausting because it's all just an excuse for Piksy to avoid responsibility for the truth. Piksy, my advice to you, right now. Accept responsibility. Accept that you can never change the things that you've done. And accept that you are a monster. And that's all I've got to say. Truly disappointing. Another thing we need to talk about is the age verification system in Piksy server, or rather lack thereof, I'll say. As you can see here, this is a new account in Picky Femboy's Hangouts server, and we should be able to type I am 18 into the verification section. Boom. We should have access to the 18 up content after doing this. Now, why exactly is this a problem for me and everybody else? Well, anyone who's a child can very easily type this themselves. For example, this account verifying had just been made and very easily could access this content simply by typing I am 18. What if I wasn't actually 18? This is not a secure verification system and could also just further put children at risk, and I can't say I'm surprised because this is probably what Piksy wants. With there being over 185 screenshots on Piksy and over 15 calculated victims alone, and more to come at this rate, I suspect Piksy is genuinely the worst predator that I've ever covered on my channel, and the most disgusting person that I've ever been forced to interact with. I want to apologize to the victims of Piksy thoroughly and let you know that your pain has gone on long enough. Stand with this video, stand with me, and the others in your situation. Let us all unite together and take down the pathetic, disgusting femboy. Spread this video, do what you must, do what you can, and let's get the word out about this vile person. Piksy wants your attention. Piksy wants my attention. Any attention, even if negative, is positive in the mind of a sickened individual. Do not visit their pages, do not mention their name outside of this video. Let them starve of attention and dry up. This person thrives off of negativity, fake disorders, and lies, and their deception will forever run more profound than even their own pockets. After this video, Piksy, you will be done, and that is my promise to you.